Hi everybody, welcome to our channel, Our Blended Truth. We have some cool stuff to talk about today, uncomfortable, real ugly truth. Please like and subscribe and comment below. Your support is really appreciated. Hey babe, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Okay, so I prepared some stats to open us up because I thought they were pretty shocking. And it'll kind of lead into our topic today. But stat number 1, do you know what the percentage of couples that get divorced is?
Isn't it about 40%?
That's very close. You've done your research.
Okay.
It's between 40 and 48%.
40 and 48%? Okay.
Do you have any idea what the percentage of divorce rates are for couples that are on their second marriage?
Maybe, I would say 30%.
You went in the wrong direction. It's actually closer to 60%.
On their second,
On the second marriage,
there are
yes.
higher chances for them to divorce?
Exactly.
Wow, that's interesting.
Okay, now stat number 3. Percentage of couples on their second marriage when there's kids involved from other marriages.
That divorce? Oh, that one would be somewhere around 35%.
Oh boy. It's actually around 75%.
So even with the kids involved, it actually increases the chances of divorce
Yeah.
on the second marriage. On the second marriage.
On a second marriage, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I know. It's crazy. So aren't those stats shocking?
Yeah, definitely.
I know. The reason I wanted to bring them up today is because I thought it really will tie into what I wanted to talk about today, which is how we've navigated discipline and co-parenting. With bringing both of us coming with 2 young kids into our relationship. Plus, we've added an addition of our own, little baby. So I wanted to talk about probably one of our bigger pain points, which is how we discipline.
Yeah, discipline is definitely something that we have struggled and still struggling with at times, especially because in our blended family, our kids are still young and in need of a lot of guidance, coaching, and discipline. So yes, and also with our cultural background.
Yeah, we're very different. Grew up Canadian.
Yeah, I was raised in an African background. Grew up with close families around. So what was the most shocking to you when it came to me and discipline?
Well, I think we got a couple things wrong when we first started out. I think I'll start with my thing that I got really wrong is I think I entered in with this expectation that I would get to be the young, cool, hip stepmom with your daughters and get to do all the fun things and then, not have to do much of the discipline or parenting. I just wanted to be,
The fun mom?
fun mom, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was something that I really had to work through, especially, they're with us full time. So I definitely had to step up to the plate and still something I struggle with.
Which you're doing a great job.
I'm trying really hard.
say.
I really want to be cool mom all the time, but it didn't really work out for me very well. And I ended up very frustrated and resentment builds. And so that was something that I had to.
So the resentment originated from?
I think the expectation, I had this vision in my head that I was going to get to do all the fun things. We were just going to do nails and hair and go on Starbucks dates and, stuff like that. So I kind of had to mourn a little bit of that expectation. That's not realistic, fact of the matter is you're at work, the kids are with me, I have to address behaviors in the moment, and followed up with consequences for behavior and choices. So
The different parenting style in terms of discipline really is when it comes to the consequences, right? I use them more often than she does. And I think that she's more lenient towards certain things,
I think I
whereas,
have an unlimited amount of chances.
yes, let's put it this way. Whereas I'm a little bit more rigid with that. And that was a big adjustment when it came to her kids because I expected the behavior to be corrected right away. Whereas for you was more of, it's, they're just adjusting to the situation. But that itself kind of brought some friction,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But
I think we've, yeah, that was definitely a pain point. Yeah, I would say, where you would just be like, oh, that's your decision. Here's your consequence. Let's move on. And I like to give lots of chances instead of lots of consequences. But I think where we've met now is that we discuss the behavior, we discuss the consequence, but we also discuss the reason behind the behavior and why it's not okay, how it impacts others, how they can, build that empathy muscle. So I think we do a much better job. So I brought the softness, you brought the consequence, and now we've merged it together, I think.
yeah, I mean, when it comes to go down to the kids level and communicate with them, she's far better than I am because I speak to them as adult. I sometimes catch myself. I'm like, oh, they're only 7, 8, 9, right? So, but she comes in and gives me a hand, and we'll go down to their level and re-explain, and which actually makes more sense. But this is where the balance is. I will come and show them, hey, this what could have happened if you would have continued acting that way. Whereas she will come in and more explain and trying to get them to understand the reasons, the reasoning behind it.
Yeah. And I think another thing, and this is probably more so me that made this mistake, was disagreeing in front of the kids when we're addressing behaviors. I think in the beginning, I think this is probably one of your biggest pain points with me when we were learning how to co-parent, was if I felt he was too harsh, or I didn't think that he understood the reasoning behind something. I didn't wait until after to kind of have that conversation with him of like, okay, here's how you handled it, but I was thinking A, B, and C. Would you agree?
Yeah, so definitely we were not showing a united front in front of the kids. And that's something that used to rub me the wrong way. I would have appreciated having that conversation afterwards,
Yeah.
right? Once the matter was dealt with. However, I did understood what she was trying to convey to me afterwards, and like I said, it's a tug of war. Like you want to find that balance, right? Because at the end of the day, what they don't being a step parent at some point is caring with no control. There's just so much that you can do. But for me, that was hard to understand because coming from a background where everybody in your family or within your community can and will correct you or discipline you when you do something wrong, right? So to me, it was a given. If I see my stepson or my stepdaughter doing something wrong, I will go and address the situation right away rather than wait for their mother to come and to act towards that situation. What do you think?
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty accurate.
So yeah, so with that, my expectation towards her was the same. When I'm away, you are the parent. You know, you will make the decision as such to the benefit of this family. And we did have some communication, some talks about who disciplined who and when, but that normally happen after an argument
Yeah.
because we disagree with the way that the situation was handled. And at that point, well, I will simply just wash my hand and say, you know what, you deal with yours and I deal with mine. Now,
Which was even made things worse.
exactly. That didn't help whatsoever. So, but these are things that you will navigate through being in a blended family, coming in with children. Depending on the age, each age have its own sets of problems. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So, and just to give you things, just to put things to context, for example, her oldest son, so his, when I first met him, he was
10.
10. He was 10, right? And he had a hard time with me being around. He was very protective of his mother, which understandable. But we did run into a situation where there was now some disrespect made towards me. And that's something that I addressed right away. And with her support, she also addressed it in the best of her ability, right? So there was some support. But today, flash forward. Flash forward? Is that the way you say it?
You say fast forward.
So today, fast forward, it's the one that we have the least amount of problems. So
But I remember in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a nightmare.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
a nightmare. It felt like a nightmare.
it did. But we are thankful that we overcame that hurdle, and that's what it is. When you're within a blended family, is to stick it together.
We stick together.
Yeah,
Good times and bad.
exactly. Find a solution that is beneficial from all, but you would say you really have to be understanding of the other.
Yeah.
Trust the ability of the other parent, but at the same time, the other parent must parent with confidence rather than fear. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, I don't want to do that. But to me, we're living together.
Yeah.
Therefore, that on its own should be sufficient for you to know the kid and trust yourself. I mean, there's much more that is involved in blending your families, but in this video, we really want to talk about one of the hurdles that we had and still have at some points, not to the same degree, but it was with discipline.
But
What would you say, Stephanie?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think the best thing that we've started doing that I find the most helpful, maybe you'll agree, is the parent on duty dealing with the behavior. And by on duty, I mean like if he's at work and something comes up, I deal with it in the moment. But the piece that really helps kind of build the unity and really show the kids a united front, which is super important because trust me, like they know when we're not on the same page. So if let's say you're at work, something comes up, I deal with it, I do the consequence. But then when you get home, at some point I let you know, hey, such and such happened. just to let you know. And then when you see the kids next, you make it a point to say, hey, I know this and this happened. I know this is your consequence, so that they also are knowing that, hey, we're communicating and we're on the same page. I find that's been super helpful.
It's all about listening to one another, but if you stick it out, you shall be good.
Gets better.
Yes, it does.
You learn, you adjust, you repair. I think we've also made some mistakes along the way in doing the discipline thing. I think we've also, been transparent with our kids sometimes if we don't feel like we handled something the right way. I think we've been transparent about that and taken ownership. So we learn, we grow, we adjust. But for any other blended family parents out there, stick at it. Remember to stay close to your partner.
Yes, always.
And time and communication helps tremendously.
Yes.
Thanks everyone for joining in our chat today around discipline in a blended family and all those rocky dynamics. If you can relate to anything we talked about today or have any advice for us, because we don't have it all figured out, please comment below. And if you could also like and share and subscribe to our channel, that would be greatly appreciated, as we want to grow a community of blended families and how we can help each other grow.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And you guys stay blessed and stay safe.